The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that the new developments surrounding Hope, Steffy, and the intense conflicts at Forrester Creations will leave viewers in shock. Here's a detailed look at the key details, as well as a deeper analysis of the characters' psychology and actions, promising to deliver a more tense, dramatic, and surprising plot than ever. Tension at Forrester and the collapse of Hope's fashion line at first. Tension at Forrester Creations flared up again when Hope's fashion line was suddenly cancelled. Previously, Carter had mentioned a clear agreement that Hope would retain the right to continue developing her product line. However, the reality was completely opposite. The company's board of directors did not provide any support or maintenance policies for her brand. Analysis of the cause. Hope's decision to cancel her fashion line was not simply due to personal conflicts, but also related to the general business situation. Sales that did not meet expectations, combined with disagreements over development direction, forced Forrester's shareholders to make a harsh decision. For Hope, fashion was not just a job, but also a passion. Seeing all the hard work of building the brand being taken away, she immediately fell into a feeling of anger and disappointment. This decision also ignited the flames of jealousy and envy that had been hidden for a long time between her and Steffy. Steffy did not hesitate to kick Hope out of the company. Immediately after the Hope fashion line was eliminated, Steffy bluntly kicked Hope out of Forrester Creations. This decisive action further deepened the animosity between the two women who already had a stormy relationship. Analysis of Steffy's motives. As co-leader of Forrester, Steffy had to consider the pros and cons for the entire company. She saw the Hope fashion line as an ineffective investment, and there were too many personal conflicts. Therefore, Steffy chose to clean up the apparatus to avoid future risks. Hope's reaction. Being coldly fired, Hope could no longer maintain a gentle attitude. The hurt of being stripped of her position and honor prompted her to harbor hatred. She began to hatch many dangerous revenge plans and no longer respected anyone. Hope planned to seduce Finn and break up Steffy's marriage after being pushed out of Forrester. Hope was determined to take revenge on Steffy. She aimed to destroy Steffy's family happiness by seducing Finn, Steffy's husband. Analysis of Hope's goal. By approaching Finn, Hope wanted to attack Steffy's biggest weakness, which was her family. Steffy always tried to maintain a peaceful marriage, and Hope took advantage of Finn's trust in Steffy to strike a blow to break up. Finn's reaction. Finn was originally a calm doctor who loved his wife and children. However, Hope's sudden appearance can make him confused by her sweet words, or even her sophisticated tricks. This is also an important knot in the chain of events that follows, because if Finn falls into the trap, Steffy's small family will be at risk of breaking up. The plan to kidnap Hayes and the reason the plot was changed not stopping at destroying marital happiness. Hope also planned to kidnap Hayes, Steffy, and Finn's son to deal an even stronger blow to her opponent. This idea came from the rage and desire that made Steffy extremely painful. Why was the plot changed? According to the revelation, the original plot about Hope, crazily, kidnapping Hayes was considered boring and lacking in novelty for loyal viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful. The audience expected a more intense twist, fully expressing Hope's explosion when she officially entered the darkness and became a real villain. Viewer reaction. Child abduction has been a recurring theme in television dramas, so to avoid the usual pitfalls, the B&B writers opted for a more dramatic twist, leading to a horrific accident that marks a major turning point in both Hope and Steffy's lives. Hope drove straight into Steffy's car. After pent-up conflicts and hatred, Hope decided to act in an extreme way. She drove and crashed straight into Steffy's car, leading to a serious accident that no one could have predicted. Analyzing Hope's psychology before taking action. For Hope, losing trust, prestige, and position in the company may have caused her to fall into a state of losing control. The feeling of being betrayed and deprived of career development opportunities caused Hope to put aside all conscience, turning her into someone who was willing to hurt others just to satisfy her hatred. Steffy's surprise. Steffy could not have expected Hope to dare to act so fiercely. The unexpected crash completely blocked all her chances of defense. Steffy herself, as the direct victim, was terribly hurt both physically and mentally. Steffy and Hayes' critical condition. The car accident had unpredictable consequences. Steffy was seriously injured, and Hayes was in critical condition as he was with his mother at the time of the accident. Injury details. Steffy could face the risk of a traumatic brain injury, broken bones, or other serious complications. Hayes, despite being young, was also in shock and could have internal injuries or need immediate medical attention. Family's level of panic. For Finn and the Forrester family, this incident was their worst nightmare. They rushed Steffy and Hayes to the hospital and called in top medical experts. The question of can Steffy be saved became an obsession, while everyone worried about the future of Hayes. Hope suffered only minor injuries and was cold after the accident, while Steffy and Hayes were in critical condition. Hope suffered only minor injuries. More importantly, she did not seem to show any remorse or inner pain, but instead showed a cold, gloating attitude. Analysis of Hope's reaction. It seemed that all her anger and resentment were released through the car crash. Hope saw Steffy on the brink of death as a price to pay for Steffy kicking her out of the company. This is also the clearest proof that Hope has become a villain, ready to destroy the lives of others. Ability to face the law. The car crash was not an accidental accident, but contained deliberate intent. Although Hope has not been officially arrested by the police, she will certainly face a series of serious charges. The story promises more twists when the Forrester family, lawyers, and the public are outraged and demand punishment for Hope. Will Steffy be saved? What is Hayes' future? The chain reaction from this accident does not stop at Hope and Steffy, but also affects the entire Forrester family. For now, Steffy's critical condition is a hot topic. Will she survive, or will she suffer long-term consequences? Is Hayes traumatized by witnessing her mother's accident? Steffy's recovery. If Steffy wakes up, how will she face the horrifying reality that Hope, the sister with whom she had so many ties in the past, has been cruel? This rift may be irreparable, creating a major barrier between members of the Forrester family. The legal battle. In addition, the fact that Hope only suffered minor injuries and showed no remorse may cause Steffy and her family to go all out to bring Hope to justice. This confrontation promises to continue to be the focus, opening up many more unexpected developments. Conclusion. With a series of consecutive events and increasing tension, The Bold and the Beautiful is showing a dramatic turning point. Hope transforms from the image of a gentle daughter-in-law or mild character to a scheming villain who is ready to commit cruel acts. The cold attitude after the accident makes the audience wonder, what will happen to Steffy, Hayes, and the entire Forrester family? This war is not simply a fight for love or status, but has gone beyond the limit, becoming a spiral of hatred and destructive intentions. Let's wait for the next developments to see if Steffy crosses the line between life and death, whether Hayes is protected, and what price Hope's life will pay for this tearful act. All will be answered in the upcoming dramatic episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful.